Forecast.
Hey guys, this is a weekly forecast for November 15th, 2020. Okay, we'll start off with the Euro-USD pair. The Euro-USD pair I mentioned last week, it was a long trade on this daily chart right here, and the target is at 1.2011. But I also said be careful for this level right here. There was a weekly trend line from this pivot down to this pivot here. This trend line right here, 1.1903. If a strong lower price action forms there, you want to be careful if you're in a long trade. Well, the price action, it did bounce off that weekly trend line. However, if you look on the 4-hour chart right here and the 1-hour chart, this wasn't that strong, this short price action. See how price is kind of going diagonal up like this? We wanted more of a rounding out of price if we wanted short. So I think if you're long in this trade, I think you're okay for a time being to target up here, 1.2009. However, to get there, it's going to have to come across that weekly trend line again at a 1.1903. So you want to be careful at that level again, at this level around here, 1.1903. If strong price action starts forming here, you might want to get out and possibly even short it down to 1.1599. Okay, so to sum up the Euro-USD, what we're looking for, if you're long in this trade, you want to be targeting 1.2008, but watch out for this 1900 level, 1.1900 level, probably on the 4 or 1 hour chart. And if a strong short price action forms here, or whatever strategy you use to gauge directional price, if a strong short forms in this area in the 1900s, you might want to get out of your long trade. And if it's strong enough, you could possibly even take it down to this daily low right here, 1.1599. Okay. Yeah, and please subscribe if you like these videos, and push the like button. That would really help me out, guys. Thank you. Okay, so let's go next to the USD JPY. The USD JPY is the same analysis, so we're targeting 101 at ultimately at 101, but before that, I'll probably get a pull back to 107 and possibly 109. Like I explained, okay, well, actually this week what happened is pretty much the same thing as happening for the last couple weeks. So okay, let's look at the weekly chart. Okay, so this weekly trend line right here has been respected many times, and up to this touch it was very strong. Okay, the 4-hour price is very strong down, and so I was short bias, but starting from right here, like this 1004 1008 area, on these touches here, the lower price action on the short side started to weaken, and it's weakening but still going down. Okay, and that's the same case for now too. It started to weaken around, it was strong in this area, and it started weakening gradually. So I'm assuming price will start gradually rounding up and maybe go to 107 or 109, then ultimately down to 101. So to sum up the USD JPY, again, we're targeting 101 ultimately, but before that we'll get a pullback to 107, 109 area. So right, we want more of a rounding out of price on the daily and the 4-hour chart, more like this. Okay, because yeah, that's probably what it's going to take to make this to stop out this trend, to get this trend long again. Okay, so let's go to Euro Yen. Euro yen, Euro yen is right. There's a weekly chart. So we had a strong long right here, and these shorts were weak, so we could basically be targeting up here 127.02. So the overall bias, like medium long term, I guess, it's long. Now the question is, we want to know when to enter this, right? So that question is a tricky question. Hold on. Right, possibly this hold on, give me a second, I'm sorry. Yeah, so on the 4 hour, this trade long was kind of weak. So if you get a strong short trade on the 4 hour, well, possibly we could go right back down to here at 122.20. But you got to remember, it's basically biased long, right? So we're not really looking for short trades, we're looking for long trades. So what I'll be comfortable with is perhaps a long trade forming on the daily, right? So a nice strong trade forms on the daily chart, then we could start targeting up to here again at 127.01. Okay. So to sum up the euro yen, let's see here. Yeah, so the medium to long-term bias is long. The first target is up here at 127.01, and we just want a strong entry long to target those targets right there. So I suggest be on the lookout for strong trades long on the daily or the 4 hour. Well, it could form on the 4 hour too, but I prefer a daily trade just because it's a weekly target. Okay, so we want to be looking for strong long trades targeting 127.02. All right, let's go to Nzdusd USD. Okay, the Nzdusd USD, I think there's no trade setups at this point. Yeah, so Nzdusd USD, this is a daily chart. This long trade I always thought that is target right here at 0.6797, and basically there's really no trades at this point, so there's no way to say up or down. Right, broke out this trend line, so yeah, there's really no trade setups at this point, up or down. Okay, so the sum with the Nzdusd USD, we basically need more time to see what happens on this pair. Oh, okay. Oh no. Right. Yeah, so I would just be watching to see any setups will happen here. There's no setups at this point. All right. Okay, now the Aussie NZD. Now, oi. Okay, yeah. All right, the Aussie NZD. I've been saying this for a while, but there's a strong monthly double bottom here with strong price action. But this downturn right here on the monthly, the way that price reacted here on the lower time frame wasn't that strong. So this is basically medium term, long bias. We'll be long until at least 1.0963 or possibly 1.1042. Okay. So we're talking about entries. So if the bias is long on the mid and long term, talking about entries. Right, so I was talking about this long price action right here. This 4 hour price action was very nice, strong long, but that failed because this weekly trade right here was weak. Okay, if you recall, I was saying, okay, we'll probably stop out this weekly trade first. Okay, so now we're setting up another possible long on this monthly trend line. Hold on. All right, so you want to remember that trend lines could be drawn very horizontal, at least as long as even like by 1 pip there's an angle up or down. So this trend line looks horizontal, but it's connected this pivot to this pivot, and it's slightly up. So you could use these trend lines, and price is testing that now at 1.0580. So we'll see how price reacts at this 1.0580 level. Right, so if price starts to get some nice price like this, like last time on this, it'll be much stronger than last time if this type of price action starts forming. And that could also be on the lower time frames. Okay. Yeah, so if you, whatever strategy you use, if you get a strong long trade in this 1.05 area, preferably on the daily or the 4-hour, possibly you could take that long. Okay, and the target will be up here at 1.0965, the first target. Okay. Right. Yeah, actually, on Twitter, I'm actually talking about this trade a lot. So, you know, you could be updated on this trade more frequently if you check out my Twitter. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah, if there's any assets that you want me to analyze, just comment below. It really depends on the asset. You know, some data feeds are, you know, if it's not a good data feed, then I can't really analyze something like that. But, you know, as long as there's relatively good data, as in terms of the chart is clean, yeah, I'll see if I can analyze the ones you guys request. Okay. Okay, so I hope you guys have a good week. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.